Right, Deb, ready to go live?
Yeah, ready. I think.
Perfect. Sure?
Yeah,
Lovely.
go for it.
Hey, good evening. I'm Andy.
And I'm Debs.
Stay tuned.
It's Codes of the Unknown. Good evening.
Good evening. Well, I've been given the task of giving you lovely people the bad news because Deborah won't do it.
Only because I'm the one that spoke to Jodie.
And unfortunately, again, not Jodie's fault, but he's not going to be able to come on tonight's show. He is rescheduled for Wednesday, the 13th of July. What has happened, from what I can remember without looking at the messages, he's been abducted. The end. Carry on. Rick's just thought he's been abducted. No, a truck's hit the power supply or power station or something. So it's knocked all the electric out, including the Wi-Fi. He had to drive a few miles just so he could get a signal on his phone to let me know.
Yeah.
They've told him it can be anything up to 5 hours. If it does come on, I did message him and say, sorry, 1 second. I did message him and say, if it comes on within like the next hour or so, then he's more than welcome to jump on. Just give me a shout and we'll bring him on.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Failing that, 100%.
13th of June.
13th. It's only just over 2 weeks. We've got Lon coming back on next week as well. He rescheduled. So that's it. Good night. See you all then.
Thanks for coming. You've been a right laugh.
Yeah, that's it.
So ask us a question because we're just winging it.
Winging it?
I've got all my introduction speech written out and everything.
I've got more wings than Paul McCartney.
I've got bingo wings, but I'm keeping them down.
Sorry, 1 second. Right. The last hello I'm going to do, because I'm too busy typing. So anyone else comes in, hello now. You have to watch it back at the end. Right. So anyone got any questions? If you guys want to do a phone in, you can phone us on. Have you got your phone on, Deb?
It's on silent.
No, not your phone. The old
your coach phone. My bat phone.
Your bat phone.
My bat phone.
Frog phone.
Right.
Evening.
I'll take it on silent then, just in case. There we go.
Right. So we can do a phone in. If anyone, Deb, you need to turn volume down on something. I've got echo.
Have you?
Yeah. Evening, Richard.
I have no idea.
It's trying more. Sorry, I'm just reading comments.
Well, don't read the comments.
I know, but I need to. Right, so if anyone wants to phone in and ask anything politely, no abuse. Unless it's funny, then you can.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe, that your what is it? Your dream stream
is not happening. Yeah.
is more of a nightmare with Andy and Deb. To be honest with you, but
Yeah.
It's just one of them things. It wasn't half an hour before, 10 minutes before I come on here.
Yeah.
I did message a couple of people to see if they could come on. Not got a reply yet. They are both in America. Don't know what area they are without looking at the profile and what have you. So if there's anyone that is an investigator or that kind of thing, if they want to come on, if you're in the chat, you can do.
Yeah, tell us what you do.
Yeah. Tell us what you do and why you do it and who you do it with.
What happens when you do it? How
Yeah.
often you do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we'll talk about the investigating.
What, where, why, when, what?
Yeah, why, where, when. Oh, don't. I need a wee.
Sorry, I'm just... Right. What I was going to say. Yeah, so we can do a phone in. I have got a short story, what Paul Hadley sent to me this week. I had a little bit of a chat with him, and I thought he might have been in, but sometimes he doesn't come in till late due to work.
Yeah.
So I might leave that till...
You can okay it.
Yeah, because I don't want to just come out without getting the go ahead off him.
Yes.
But then I did get... sorry, just bear with me. I was trying to get all these put together, but the messages are just too far apart for me to do that.
Yeah.
Right, there's nothing I can do on that.
Plus, you haven't had time.
Sorry?
I said, plus you haven't had time.
No, because I was sat here panicking for the last 40 minutes on who can get on, and 90% of everyone were not online. No one had a green dot.
Yeah.
Except my brother and my son. And there's no way either of them were going to come on.
No, definitely
it's another nearly story.
Yeah, it is.
What did you say to me before we went live? What was it? Go on, say it, because it's quite funny.
I said you could nearly ask Jodie Cook a question.
Yeah, has anyone got a question they can nearly ask? But if you have got any questions, keep them. He's 100% is going to come on, even if he's got to get a hamster in a wheel to get his Wi-Fi working.
That'll be fun. Right, hang on. Oh, Tino's.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading that. There is actually somebody coming on from Birmingham in a couple of weeks.
Right.
But it's... No, that's not him. That's somebody else. Sorry. There's about 3 or 4 people coming on. One of them doesn't use a real name, and I was thinking that could be him, but that's not. The other guy's called Stefan. But
Right, so you've just used his real name, have you?
No, well, he's coming on in a couple of weeks anyway.
All right.
We have got a couple of big names coming on as well, haven't we?
We have.
We can tell them who, but not when.
Right, go on then.
Go on, you tell them.
I can't remember.
So we've got Barry Fitzgerald coming on from Ghost Hunters International.
Yes.
I want to tell Deborah he's coming on. What did Deborah say?
Who is it?
Who's that? Sorry.
I have a lot of names in my head.
Same.
I thought it was some sort of 60s singer.
He might be.
Oh, well, we've had Earl on playing the guitar. We could get somebody singing next. Yeah, anybody want to come on and have a sing song?
Anyone a one-man band?
God.
All you've got to have is 2 old bin lids on your back, a couple of spoons,
Yeah, comb and paper.
them chattery teeth where you get a Blackpool. The white up ones. I don't know, I was going to say a bit of grass. Probably need grass before you do all that.
Yeah, you probably would, yeah. A couple of cat
No, I
balls.
meant like a...
Comb and paper. Kazoo.
Yeah, kazoo, that's it. Can't think of the name.
Tino.
But...
Get Elvis on from beyond the grave.
Hey, it's worth a try, you know.
Let's channel him now.
So, yeah, we've got Jim Goodall coming back on.
Yeah. Good old Jim. Good old.
So, the other 2 people that we've got coming on are Michael E. Boyd, Stefan Larbicek, and David White, if anyone knows anything about them. Now, with the bios and that they've sent me, it's very, very interesting. Not going to spoil it, but yeah, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm Deb.
Okay.
No, I don't want to give it all away because it's going. They're all going to be so good and they're all so different.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's what mixes it all up.
It is.
What mixes it all up even more is when it come on.
Yeah, it's great when they don't come on.
Yeah.
Because I'm sat here now with. I had a plan B. My plan B was to pretend to fall backwards off my chair, land on the bed, and go to sleep.
Yeah, just leave me to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll manage. So, what does anybody want to talk about?
Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah. Ask us a question.
Oh, here we go. Here's a question for everyone. So I've been watching Umbrella Academy season 3, and they keep changing the what's it called? The
timeline.
Yeah, every time they change the timeline, it wipes. First of all, a load of cows got wiped out, and then loads of different animals. I don't want to ruin it too much for people that haven't watched it yet, but now it started wiping people out.
Oh, I've got a list.
Basically, the more they do it, there's going to be like nothing left. Buildings have started going now as well.
I suppose it's a bit like Mandela effect, then, is it?
Yeah. But then I watched The Flash, and it's a bit like that with that timeline as well. When he kept going back, trying to change it so people don't die, and
right, yeah,
you go back and go into the past to try and change the future, but then it alters something else. So, what is everyone's thoughts on that? Any new UK sightings of cryptids anyone heard of? There's been a few big cat sightings lately.
There's been a lot of big cat sightings lately.
There's a couple down in Suffolk. That I know Paul won't mind me. I'm not going to go into detail, but there's been a big cat sighting near where he lives in Wales. Where was it over? There's a couple in Gloucester as well.
Yeah.
I know they're not cryptids as such.
One in Doncaster.
Yeah.
Actually, there's been a couple of the same one in Doncaster. Or the Doncaster area, anyway.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So I've not heard of any others.
No.
But I've been busy getting guests on, so I've not really been looking into anything.
The other thing is, people are still bothered about coming forward because of ridicule, aren't they? So there could be a lot of things that nobody's reported. That
was another thing. So with this that Paul sent me, he sent me something else. Someone put a picture on somewhere of this thing, and then they took it down because it was getting loads of stick and ridicule about it, and it was just causing massive issues.
Yeah.
So long story short, without giving any details. So that's what you're going to get.
There's a big cat sighting going on right now.
Cat's ass.
Yes.
I think, though, if I seen something and I got a good picture of it, I'd be putting it everywhere.
Yeah,
I wouldn't care what anyone's saying.
No, I wouldn't either.
Oh, it's fake, it's this, it's that, it's the other, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, that's your opinion. I know what I've seen. I know what's in that photo.
Yeah.
I'm not interested whether you believe me or not. I'm showing the people that are interested and do care.
Yeah.
So.
Stockholm Pearls and Views. I was looking into that along with our mate Kelly. And there's been absolutely nothing. There's been no not postmortem, like
inquest.
Obituary notices. There's been nothing. Kelly thought she'd found the name, but we can't find anything from that either. So it's all just gone. There's still the original report up, but there's been no follow-up at all. And that was the 10th of January when that went up.
It's like nearly 6 months now, isn't it?
Yeah, we're in June, aren't we? Coming up to end of June.
Oh, yeah. It's July next week.
Absolutely nothing. Which to me, again, just doesn't seem right. There'd be some sort of follow-up about the post-mortem or... It's been nothing.
Yeah. Well, I remember. Next Saturday. So we've got Lana next Friday. Next Saturday, we're not doing the early morning one because I'm going getting my hair cut. I know it sounds like a really feeble excuse, but I have to book. So I'll book
like a girly excuse.
So I'll do it online. It's my mate Ryan who cuts my hair and what have you. He's got
cuts it online. It's brilliant. Like a laser coming at you.
Shut your face. So you've got to book it online, otherwise you won't get in to do it. So I'll try and sort it out. So when I drop Becky off, it's on the same block sort of thing. So I can drop her off, walk down, get my hair cut.
Yeah.
Then blah, blah, blah. And because I'm off the week after, it's the only chance I'm going to get to do it. Yes, haircut, Warren. I'm making the most of it while I've still got some. So we're not going to be doing the early morning one, but we are still doing the midnight investigation at Kingsfort Cemetery. It's going to be starting at 10 to midnight as long as it's not raining. It can be snowing, for whatever. If it's raining, not doing it. It's not worth it for the equipment.
No.
Because we're going to be there for like nearly 4 hours. It's just not happening. So,
no.
But so all being well, touch wood, starting at 10 to midnight, and it's going to be going till about 3 a.m. or until all the batteries die.
Yeah.
Whichever comes first. Hopefully, because it's a witching hours and what have you, it'll be good. There's at least 3, maybe 4 of us going.
Yep.
Golden V's or B's?
I'm not sure.
Now, can you elaborate on that, please, Robert? I'm going to use it for now and show off. Yeah, so we're doing that. So, yeah, pretty much get my hair cut, go back to bed for about 5 hours, and then go out and do the investigation.
Yes.
Should be a good one. I'm going to start down at the bottom end and then work our way back up to the war graves. But I'm going to stay around near the chapel and then go down where near the FEMA camp.
The body lockers are.
Yeah.
It's always a bit dodgy down there.
Yeah. But I'm gonna park where my mate lives around the corner. I'm gonna park in his street and walk down.
Yeah. Just
in case any local constabulary turn up.
Well, you're still going to be there, aren't you? It's not like...
Yeah, but I'm not parked up. It's like, we're just going through, bye.
Yeah.
Has anything been sighted at this place? Rick, where have you been living?
Oh, Rick. Honestly,
have you been in the cave?
It's the most active bloody graveyard in the country.
This is where Benchman catches Pokemon or whatever it is he's doing.
And that thing was hiding behind the tree.
Yeah. and the big hunch thing down at when I fell off the curb near where they keep all the digging equipment.
Yep.
Right, JCB and all that. 100 stone. Yeah. So, and we have seen orbs in there. That was the one where we had the headlights and taillights reflecting off that grave when we sat on the bench. But we've heard female voices, we've heard kids, we've heard people running about.
Some sort of screaming transformation noise.
Yeah, that was weird. We've had the EMF readers going off, been poked, whispering in your ear. Been loads of different activity.
Yeah. Twigs crunching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because where the semicircle where the war graves are, that's like, it's all pretty well kept lately, but that bit is like, it's like a bowling green. And as I was walking down, it's like something was walking inside of me, like it was walking on twigs or gravel.
Twigs.
I was saying branches and gravel.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, it's just flat grass. So there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, Warren, we can bang you, you know. Come on, Joe, do your job. Slacking.
You can borrow my slipper now, it's redundant.
Deb will get the slipper out.
Yeah.
The incident.
The incident took place. What did? Where?
What, have I missed something?
I don't know. I wasn't reading.
No. So, Kim, sorry, Joe. Joe, you've only got to wait like 2 weeks and he'll be back.
Yeah. You've got so much to look forward to now.
Right, let me just mark these because you're all going too quick for us tonight.
Yeah, I've just
We're all a little bit slow. Right, are you marking it? I'll star them and then we'll go for them.
There we go. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I'll just get back to my banners. Leave me alone.
Shh. What, Joe's sidekick? Who's Joe's sidekick? Did she mean sidekick but forgot how to spell?
No, sidekick.
I know. It's a joke.
Right, hang on, Tino, while I scroll up because I've lost it.
I can't say anything. Right. You scroll. Oh, Umbra.
Oh, Umbra, yeah.
Oh, he was on Facebook before because he commented on a couple of things that I was posting.
You see, this is it.
Is it?
Yeah, There's comments missing again, and I'm on live chat, not top chat.
Right. Well, I'm on YouTube and StreamYard, so I've got two lots of chat in front of me, and
so am I.
All I've got, Tino, any new UK sightings of cryptids anyone's heard of, which we went through, and that was when we started talking about the big cats.
Yeah.
And that part, and then the next one was the LBL. The incident took place at the LBL in the US, and nothing in between.
You see,
shall I slow the comments down?
You can do, yeah.
Is it worth it? Will it make a difference?
Not really, no, leave it alone.
Right. Thanks.
Now I'm thinking about it. If comments are missing, they're missing out. There's not a right lot we can do about it.
No, I think if it slows it down, it might pop up. I don't know. Right. So, let me look. What's the most compelling account anyone has told you? Well, I've not really been told them yet. There's one bloke coming on. He's had Men in Black encounters. He's had a total time. What did he say it was? A time?
Time slip.
No.
Oh. Time shift.
No. Give me 1 second. Oh, this is no good because I've got to go.
Paul's in.
Right, so there was a collision of timelines where one entire timeline disappeared right in front of our eyes, and I'm guessing there's multiple people that witnessed it. One verified MIB event, a couple of Mandela effects, a bunch of precognitive dreams.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Precognitive.
Yeah, that word that you said.
That
And
word.
there's other stuff. But because I've not spoke to anyone really that's had a full-on MIB encounter.
No.
It's only they've heard it or they've been told or they know someone that knows someone.
Yeah.
Not anyone direct. So I'm just looking in the chat. So I've split the chat now, so I've got two different things going at the same time. Evening, Paul and Sharon and everyone else who's just come in. Paul, do you know we had that bit of a conversation going the other day? Do you mind if I talk about it? I have mentioned it, but I've not gone into any detail with it. It's entirely up to you. I can sit here and say nothing, but I think he's talking about it now.
So I think my most compelling one would be when I was researching years ago to write a book about the paranormal in Leeds. I got loads and loads of letters sent to me via the newspaper place, and one of them was a lad that used to fit Sky, and he'd gone out to a farm in Goole, and he was outside drilling through the wall, and he was waiting for his mate to take the cable off him. He was feeding the cable, but there was no pull.
Yeah.
So he went in to see what was going on, and his mate was sat talking to the farmer's wife, and he said, "Just come and sit and listen to this." Anyway, her and her daughter had been out in the garden sunbathing, and bearing in mind Goule's quite flat, there's loads of fields, and so they'd been sunbathing, and her daughter looked up and saw like a mirrored cloud, and it looked like all the other clouds were moving, and this one wasn't, but it had like this mirror effect to it. It was reflecting other clouds. So they watched it, and it watched them, and it was watching them for like 4 hours. So mother went in and got a camera, took some photographs. Anyway, later on, I don't know if it was the same day or the day after, her mother was stood at the sink. It was, I think it was a turkey farm they had. And from the kitchen window, you could see the sheds running down. And there was like a little picket fence in front of it. And she looked up, and there was a little grey alien stood at the fence looking at her.
Ooh.
So she managed to take another photograph, bearing in mind these are like the days before camera phones and stuff. So she took another few photographs. She went and got them all developed. And within 2 days, 2 men in black turned up, threatened her, took her camera, left her a piece of paper that was they said they'd leave like a receipt. They left this piece of paper that was absolutely useless. Didn't say anything, but they took a film, a camera, and threatened her about that she hadn't seen anything. But yeah, all happens in Goole.
Is that your phone vibrating?
No. Nothing.
Oh, it's my phone. It's interfering on the microphone.
Nah.
Sorry. Right. Paul said, yeah, I can talk about it. So do you want me to go through it?
Yeah.
Ignore my school reading, because I hate doing this, but it's the only way because I'll never remember it. So, this is from another site. Paul took a screenshot and sent it to me. So, there's a guy and his friend. They just got back from a bike ride in Malton, Malton. We went past the industrial area that's being built. We went further up and saw a baby deer running past us. We go further down the road, and on the right, in the backyard, we hear this really deep chattering of teeth, but it didn't sound natural, and it really freaked us out. I also saw a pair of red eyes. When we got back to the house, my friend said he could feel like something was following us down the drive, but it was as if he could see it following them through its eyes. So what I got from that was his mate was seeing it from whatever was following their perspective.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's kind of like looking at themselves. Another thing to add is that we both started getting a really bad feeling, like something was watching us near Eden Camp. Probably just some sort of predator, but was really creepy. So, and then Paul had said like that's where he walked his dog. He went on Sunday and yesterday, seen lots of strange scat around there. And I'd asked him, has he ever had any weird feelings when he's been there, strange smells, just stuff that's not usually going on.
Yeah.
And he said there's one day his dog refused to go any further, and once he's seen some patches of laid down grass that there'd been a few reports of a black cat.
Right.
But he said it's not that far from Flamingo Land Zoo.
No, it
So it could be something that's escaped. But I'd said to him, when stuff escapes from zoos now, they don't tell you about it.
Oh, no.
But then I'd also said to him that if there is something like a predator around there, and it has the ability to get in the zoo and attack the animals, they're not going to tell you that either.
No, they're not.
They're not going to put that. Who's going to go to the zoo then if there's something going and attacking or
wiping all the animals out? Yeah.
So, but that was it. And he said someone had. There's another report of a dog man by the supermarket. Someone had put a photo up, this woman, but she got loads of grief on it. She took it down a few months ago. So there's a lot going on around there as well.
Yeah.
Cheers for that, Paul.
Yes.
I just didn't want to start saying anything and without speaking to you first. But it is strange, isn't it?
It is very strange.
So, are there many? Does anyone know if there's many like cryptid sightings that are near zoos or wildlife centres, or even like nature reserves? And
There's been odd things happening around places like that, but like the wallaby decapitations.
yeah,
I don't know. You would think probably not, because any animal would alert the others to like a predator being around.
I reckon in the zoo they would. But then,
Yeah.
what about these like the things that I see in the invisible monkeys or whatever that are stealth? You can't see them,
Yeah.
but you know they're there.
But could
But
an
the thing-
animal sense that?
Yeah, animals have got better natural instincts than we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, they'd know there was something there, but they wouldn't know exactly what it was. Would they be able to sense that he's actually a predator, or would they just think there's something shifty going on around here, and then just carry on doing what they're doing?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't really thought about it.
I suppose it depends on the breed of animal, or the species. Some are more, I suppose, prone to noticing things than others.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because all animals have different keen senses, don't they? So some are better with eyesight, some are better with hearing, some are better with smell. So
sorry, I just got to put that up. I've actually seen.
Yeah, he
I
did.
don't know if it was monkeys, but if you go on Deborah Hatsbell's BBR, I did an interview. About 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, it will be. I think
it was a while back. Yeah, I was driving to work one morning. It happened 3 times out of 3 in 5 days, and it was right near the forest where I used to live.
Yeah.
Jesus.
My green man picture's astounding.
I need to put that back up.
No, you don't.
I'm going to laminate it. Put it everywhere. But,
you need to sign him before you laminate. Did I sign it? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you did. I've got it in an envelope. It's just at the side of me. And you guys probably know I've had to move my bedroom back round because there's too cramped. It's like living in a cupboard.
Or
It
just
wasn't that bad. It's just the edge of the desk was right next to the bed. And every
scared him
time
to
I
drop
found my
himself
head on
down.
the elbow, Becky'd just start laughing, going, "Told ya." So we had to move it
That's
back.
the point.
What
There you
is?
go. Some animals can
Yeah.
detect electromagnetic energy, which also always spikes around cryptid sightings.
I know monkeys do.
Yeah.
Like,
You're obsessed with monkeys, just drop the
no.
monkeys.
Do you know like lemurs, like ringtail lemurs and that type? They're not really monkeys, though, are they? They're just primates.
Oh, yeah, the primates, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I heard about that. She just reminded me about crocodile sightings in the
Yeah.
UK. Now, just jumping off that quickly, do you remember me saying a few months ago I was coming out of Luton and going into Bedford, and it looked like there was an otter dead at the side of the road, or a beaver, sorry. Right, I've been thinking about that, and I've got, not being rude, got pictures of beavers up on the screen, right, dead and alive, and I swear to God, what I seen looked just like, because it had like, they've got like little flat feet, haven't they? It wasn't a deer. There's loads of muntjac deer around here. There's tons of them. I probably go 5 out of 7 days of seeing them. There's only like 2 days I won't see them. They're that popular. There's loads of there's loads of farmland and I suppose what we call plains and fields and woods. So you see, I was in Cambridge the other week, right about a quarter of a mile from the centre. One just walked out the traffic light straight in front of me.
But it is in the crossing.
It did. Obviously, it did. It didn't press a button. It just happened to be there as the lights went on red.
But can I just point out
I
that,
opened the can of worms with that, didn't I?
yeah, you did. They did release beaver in the
Yeah,
UK,
to
certain areas, but I'm not sure what
it
areas.
was to do with the was it to bring down the population of the cray fish?
No, it was to do natural, like natural damming for
Right. No, because
conservation.
you got the crayfish here. Well, they brought the American ones. They're bigger. They look like little lobsters.
Yeah, they're an invasive
Yeah. So
species.
I thought it was to do with that. But this was, so as you're coming out of Luton, and you drop down, there's a big hill, and it brings you into Bedford. I can't remember the road. And it's like, as you go down, it's like a valley and a hill and woods. There's everything going on, rivers a lot. That's the place that you want to go investigating at night. And it was just at the side of there.
Right.
And it wasn't a dog, wasn't a cat. It was a beaver.
Right.
I know what beaver looks like. Please stop.
Please can we change the subject?
Yeah. So, Ronnie and Reggie Fish. I knew someone had put that. The craze. And
Yeah.
but I've not been back that way since.
Right.
So, but when you see something and it's like it plays on your mind for ages.
Yeah.
It's one of them, and I 99.9% without me getting out and having a look and picking it up and what have you.
Which you really won't want
Not
to do.
that I wouldn't, not that I would do, but that's a 0.1%.
Yeah.
It wasn't. But it's just the place of where it was. It was like, what did they call out of place?
Yeah.
What did they saying for it? There's a saying, isn't there, where things that you see in a certain area that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Someone will correct me on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot where I was going with that story.
So did we. Well, I've got him had his beavers now.
I know. I looked at Rick Allen,
Yeah.
an Umbra man, and Warren, and I thought I just can't do anymore.
I wasn't going to put any more. I wasn't going to put anything on the screen about that.
Yeah, I've heard about hyenas as well.
Yeah.
No, I did see it, Joe.
I've heard about scorpions at Southampton. Because
Scorpion.
didn't they come over on the ships?
Yeah, the little ones with little sails and that. They stay with the tail.
No, they've got
No,
oars.
it's all right.
Yes.
Go on, carry on. Couldn't resist.
Yeah, we know.
Um,
Don't they, Steve? Hang on, back up.
so what do beavers eat?
I thought beavers. I know they eat
Oh,
wood, but they can't live on wood, can they?
wood.
Oh God, wood
Mm.
and beavers. I need to go home. I am
You
home.
won't fancy a wood sandwich. A bit wet.
Cucumber with it.
It's a bit moist. No.
Oh. Not as though I ever wander around with an ultraviolet light, but I bet that's quite interesting.
What glow up? Oh, beavers.
Scorpions. Stop it with the beavers. You're obsessed, man. Oh, ships from Siberia.
Oh,
Do they have scorpions in Siberia?
no, they're all over here now. They shipped them all across.
They haven't got any left.
It's a bit cold for a minute.
Well, I would have thought so. I don't know. Mind you,
Yeah.
what is it, aren't they? I don't know what I was doing that for.
That's wait. Wasn't that part of your ventriloquist act?
Yeah, and one of my other skills.
Oh, don't feel like I'm having a heart attack.
Well, don't do that.
No.
Mind you, at least I know how to end the stream.
No,
So,
you
yeah,
just carry on. Do a Tommy Cooper on me.
Oh God, don't I remember that happening?
I know. Just seen the hand coming on.
We all
Give me
thought it was
time,
really
not
funny.
hand. No, right, we need to get back to the questions.
Yes, you do.
We do. Oh yeah, so I was saying that's where I was going about the weirdest, like strangest encounter.
Yes.
So, but just quickly, imagine so all these private zoos and that there was or that we still have.
Yeah.
How much stuff, or how many different types of animals have either escaped or been released, and either the owners didn't realise, didn't care, or couldn't do anything about it because they didn't have the correct licensing.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's more the two latter.
Yeah.
Didn't care and didn't have the correct license.
Because obviously, well, where's me orangutan gone?
Yes.
Well, where's your paperwork for it? I didn't get any.
Yeah.
Found it in the back of a van, which does happen.
Yeah. People can buy all sorts online.
Yeah. Well, I told you about the 4 black wolf cubs, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So you don't get many wolves in Swinton and all that.
No. Right, next question then.
Next one. Right, I'm going to take that one off because I still don't understand it. Oh, that was what is the most compelling account. So we're going to hear that in. I'll tell you when that guy's coming on. So the Men in Black and everything else is going to be the 30th of September.
Right.
That one.
Superb.
So, yeah, it'd be good. Right, here's a good question from Nathan Lockley. What are your theories behind paranormal experiences?
I wouldn't even know where to start.
So I've got my answer, and it has changed over time, but I'm sticking with this one. Do you want me to say it? Or...
Well, yeah.
All right, I was waiting for you. When you said you don't know where to start, what you meant was, I've got nothing.
Exactly, yeah, that's it, yeah. That's the kind of clue, and then you go, well, what do I think it is?
So, my opinion is that all these different activities and everything that are going on, whether it's an alien sighting, a cryptid, poltergeist activity, orbs, shadow people. I think they're all connected, and they're all. I'm not saying they come from the same realm. They might come from different realms or different dimensions, whatever you want to call it. But I think they're all part of the same thing, and I think they're not all. They're not. What's the word? Because at first I did think that we see what we want to see or what they want us to see. I think that is part of it,
Right.
but I think it's more you see them, a lot of them in their true form. Because not being thingy, but they're not the best looking of things like the rake and the Wendigo and all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
no,
I
definitely.
do think a lot of them are shapeshifters, and they can change from human form to whatever it is they're turning into. But then when you have these like night visits, whether it's the Greys, the Poltergeist, or like Ronald Kinsella said when he seen the Cheshire Cat,
Yeah.
when he had that abduction, I think that they do that, but I think that's more the Greys that do that to, I suppose, try and like trick your mind into thinking it was something that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Um, but I do think it's all connected. I think they've all got different agendas. I do think as well there's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Um, there's something or some things that are controlling everything
Yeah.
and laying the laws and the rules on what can and can't be done. I also believe that there's some sort of pact where they can take X amount of humans or animals from Earth to do whatever it is they're
Yeah.
going to do with them for in return for um, updates on technology.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. Might be true, might not be true. If it is true, then I'm going to copyright it and make millions. But I
I think
doubt it
somebody would
is.
probably beat you to it.
Say again?
I think somebody would probably beat you to it.
Yeah, because I've just told everyone. Everyone's
Yeah,
got
exactly.
everyone's gone running off.
Yeah.
I'm stuck here doing a stream.
I do think that, like, I mean, I saw my granddad because I was looking at something that he'd bought me when I was very little.
Yeah,
It was a little dress that they got me from Bulgaria or somewhere, and I'd
yeah,
worn it. I'd worn it once, and it was covered over, and it was in my wardrobe, and it was like 10 years after he died, and I was clearing my wardrobe out, and I took the cover off just to have a look at it. And as I looked at it and turned round, my
yeah,
granddad was stood in the doorway. Now, whether that was something I projected, whether it was him, I would like to think it was him.
yeah.
And he smiled, and then kind of like I freaked out because I wasn't expecting him stood there. And he was a big bloke, was my granddad, because he was an ex-copper, so he was like
Right.
6 foot odd and quite broad. And I
Yeah,
wasn't expecting to see anybody stood in the doorway of my bedroom. So I kind of freaked out, ran towards him because that was the only way out of the bedroom, and he kind of
yeah.
vanished, smiled and vanished.
Mm, that
So
is strange. Have you been
yeah,
half abducted?
you what?
Half abducted. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah, I've been half abducted.
So I've never seen anyone, family members that have passed.
No,
And when I've had dreams and they've been in it, it's just been like any other dream. There's
yeah,
not been anything significant. There's no messages sent to me. There was nothing out of the ordinary.
no.
From the ones that I can remember. Um, so I've never experienced that. But
It's funny how some people have and some people haven't.
I
It's
know it's
I
very,
don't know
very
what differentiates people from seeing and experiencing stuff.
because
Some people, like my dad, would go through his entire life and have not seen anything.
yeah,
And because he doesn't believe in it, is it part to do with your belief? Is it just
you've
that the
got to be
thing about
open. You've got to
yeah,
be open minded. You've got to have some sort of like door or window to let this sort of stuff in.
yeah,
If you're just gonna, because going off topic a little bit, but it will make sense. So I went to Cyprus a few years ago, and there's a guy doing hypnosis and that,
yeah,
and there's about 15 or 20 of us that got up, and he said, he goes, "Oh, if you're gonna get up, and you're going to fight it, you're not going to be hypnotized. It's not going to work. If you're just going to get up and go, look, you can't hypnotize me, it won't.
No.
Because it's not like that. You have to want it to happen
Yeah.
for it to work. So if you're going to come up and like be the big I am and all this, just don't get up. You're just wasting my time, wasting your own time, making yourself look like an idiot.
So basically, he sent you back to your chair then.
Well, and then he goes, right, and he goes, and some people just can't be hypnotized.
No.
Even if you want it so bad, it just won't happen. He goes, is the ratio is 1 in 11 people can be.
Yeah.
And out of, I think there's 24 of us, and out of the 24, there was 7 of us that actually went on. And I remember everything. You know when people say, I can't remember doing this.
Can't remember eating an onion or pretending I was a chicken.
I was doing the phone monitor and everything. That's another story. Yeah. Didn't obviously.
I hope there's no video.
No. Well, there was actually. It's on the DVD. But what I'm trying to say is, I was open to that, so I know I can be. Yeah. So I know I can be hypnotized. Even I remember it from beginning to end, like it's only a couple of days ago. Even tell you what I was wearing or what I wasn't wearing.
What you were nearly wearing.
Well, they give us it was like a scratch card. Do you know the crappy ones that you get?
Yeah. Yeah.
You scratch it and you win £1 and you take it and you got to buy 10 more before you get £1 back. Give us that and he said, look, you've won the lottery. And I could see it wasn't a lottery ticket. There's no lottery number. But I really believed I'd got 6 numbers.
Yeah.
Even though I could see it wasn't, it had all the writing on the back and the scratchy bit on the front.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So it didn't make sense, but you believed it. So that, some sort of mind control, i.e. MK Ultra and all that. So I do think that you have to have that door or that window open in your mind you've got to let that little bit in. And you only need, I think you only need that little bit.
Yeah.
Because once you've done that and it gets in, then it just expands the rest of it.
Yeah.
And off you go. Literally.
Yeah. Into a world of your own.
Do that anyway.
Well, yeah.
Where am I?
Yeah, what's my name? Where do I come from?
Yeah, but I do think that you do have to have some openness to...
Yeah. Susceptibility.
Yeah. If you're just going to... No, don't believe it, don't believe it, don't believe it. Until something... Whether right place at the right time or wrong place at the wrong time. Until something big and sort of mystical happens, you're never going to believe it. So... That's my thoughts.
Yes, I'd go with that.
Thank you.
I was going to say something then, I forgot what it was.
Must have been a lie.
It probably was, yeah.
Yeah, so cheers, Nathan, for that one.
Can't tell the truth to save my life, can I?
Right, Mr. Allen would like to know about Deb's UFO encounter.
Yes.
Is this a tic-tac or is this the school?
No, the school? No. It's the woman I was in Grimsby last time. There was nothing this time. But that was when I saw the star travelling at about 60 miles an hour and then it just stopped.
Oh, was that not the tic-tac?
No. That was on the bike last year, end of December last year, where it pixelated in and out. That's that one. When I was on the back of the bike. This one is... a few months ago, that one, the one that I went when my mate Nigel enhanced the photos on. I'll tell you in a minute. On Facebook for me, I sent him the photos and I sent him the video, and he enhanced.
They look like
gold
toffee papers.
Gold
in a weird kind of way.
Really gold shapes that were really weird.
They look like precious metals, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That have been washed up because they're all like rounded. There's no corners or anything on them, is there?
No.
It's very strange, that.
Really bizarre. But the fact that when I was like videoing it and my camera was still and I could see it above and it just sat there like a star. Yeah, it was whizzing on and off the screen and then doing that plasma thing and shimmering and it was doing all sorts of weird stuff. But I have absolutely no explanation for that. That was, to me, if I'd have walked out, looked up and seen that, it would have been a star. So what what else is going on up there that we don't know about unless we kind of zoom in on it. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We look at the night sky and we think, oh, look at all these beautiful stars. Are there
Yeah,
stars?
but half of them aren't stars. Right. So people in the chat are talking about night crawlers. I'm guessing that's what they're talking about.
That's what the Fresno Nightcrawler, yeah.
They fascinate me. So I don't know why the thing is gone.
Yeah, they are, but I don't know
That
what they're doing.
video, first time I seen that was on Fact or Fake.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
And they have a few different ones, and they go and investigate the ones that are like, they try and debunk them and
Most
all that.
compelling.
Yeah. And like obviously the location, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, sorry, I was just putting that up for those. I just typed in Nightcrawler images.
Yeah.
People are looking to find what to
They
say.
are. They are creepy.
Yeah, but it's just the way they walk. And there's a little one and a big one. Do you ever remember the kids' TV show Bing and Bong? They used to
No.
sit on a sofa, cut the rope, and they'd fly through the air to another planet.
No.
It's true. I didn't dream this one.
I think you did.
No, I didn't have the DVD. The youngest kid did. He
Right.
loved it. He loved the music and everything. That's what they remind me of.
Mm,
Just type in Bing and Bong kids TV
Right.
show.
creepy.
You'll all be impressed. Put it that way.
It's like that. I can't remember. It's like that thing where you hold your trousers up and you kind of what? I don't know. Anyway,
What?
I don't even know what I'm thinking about.
Have you been on LSD again? If not, you should.
I've been sniffing crack.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just weird things. Mind you, I know they've been debunked, but
Yeah.
I
Right.
thought them Russian things that they filmed crawling up buildings and what have you. I
No,
thought,
yeah, the guy admitted to that.
yeah,
He's a
no,
movie editor. Yeah.
it's a shame, really.
And now that big giant spider thing. Right.
Well, yeah, 4 legs.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So, what do you think of the Nightcrawler? We kind of answered that. I didn't even see that question. I don't know. I think there's some. I don't think we're seeing them. We're seeing them in 3D. I think they're a different dimension, so we're not seeing what they actually look like. Same way when we see a UFO that pops down and we only see like the corner of it, or we see like the little triangle, but there's more to it because there's more dimensions on it.
Right. So we're only seeing part of it then.
Yeah, it's like that the old thing. You draw something on a piece of paper. You only see it flat. You only see length and width. You don't see length, width, and
2D.
depth. Yeah. So, and here's a question. And this was bugging me last week. So they say about the next dimension is like space and time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't time a man-made concept? Therefore, doesn't exist.
Well,
So is it space and? Anyway, there's a question for you. Lot answers next week or on a postcard to Debbie Singleton, Leeds.
well, Andrew Booth down in Northampton.
It's Andy Codes.
Andrew Booth.
Andrew
Geronimo Booth.
Geronimo. Gemmo did it again the other day. Yeah. Same answers, exactly the same. I did it with my eyes shut. Right, I'm going to jump to this question by nickname. So when we see these orb lights and all that, I think they're both.
Yes, I do.
Didn't at first. I used to think that it was some sort of like scout that was sent down. So it's like a drone, camera sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I've been watching videos and reading stuff and listening to everyone, you guys talking about it and all that. I believe that because I was watching a video 2 days ago of the orbs making them crop circles.
Yes.
And this is from like, was it late 70s, early 80s? There's no way that's not edited. That's been the same since I first seen it on the news years ago. And I think it's a ball of energy. It turns into like the ball of light to travel. Then when it gets to where it's going, it can then shapeshift into whatever shape it wants. I don't mean square, a rhombus, a rectangle. I mean, like, whether it wants to be upright with two legs, kind of human looking, whether it wants to be a dog, an ant, a bird, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it travels back. So it's like a 3-in-1, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because it's like everything's made up of it. We were talking about this when we went to Sherwood, weren't we? With Simon and Warren. Everything's made up of energy.
Yes, it is.
So if whatever it is knows how to manipulate that energy, it's only like this now. I can see you, you can see me, you guys can see me. But we're not physically there, we're physically here.
Yeah.
But something gets all the, it's like in Willy Wonka, gets everything, drags it, and then projects it onto something else so you can see us.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of thing. You get like the molecules, make them, separate them, send them to wherever, yeah, and then put them back together, and hopefully in the right pattern.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up looking like that or something.
Yeah. Your arm sticking off your forehead and all that stuff.
But it's very similar things. That's what I think. They just know how to do it. Either we've lost the ability to do that, or we just have never known. I think we've never known.
I think we have, but we can't remember that we knew.
No, I don't. I don't think we have. I don't think we've ever been shown, because surely something like that we would remember, or someone somewhere would.
There's a lot in our subconscious that we're not aware of.
Yeah. But then, are they keeping it to themselves to make them the more supreme?
Superior.
Same thing. Begins with S.
Right, we need to go for a break. I need to go for a break.
An hour already?
Yeah. That's quick, you know.
It's been done.
It goes very quick.
It does. Right. Sorry, I'm just catching up on comments. Right, guys, 4 minutes, 9 seconds. Ooh, 8 seconds. Right, see you then.
Bye.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And we're back.
Sorry, I was just showing Deborah some of my little Lego models.
I was showing Andy my giant marshmallow, which I'm going to use as a pillow tonight.
I've got a ghost, a werewolf with glowing hands, and a mini Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca on it.
Little Chewy.
Yeah.
That's what these are, a little Chewy.
I'll show you this one. This is a Dogman werewolf thing. Lego.
That's
You put
cute.
the hands on, the hands glow in the dark.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That'll freak you out in the middle of the night.
That £4 on eBay. Collectors.
You can't go wrong.
No. I'll have to try it out.
Evening, Bob.
Hi,
The
Bob.
track that was playing was, there you go, Urban Stories by Chill Cole.
You can get it on YouTube and Spotify.
Yes.
Platforms.
Reputable outlets.
Listen to it, watch it on. Listen to it on.
Yes.
I had a minute, I've not been able to eat it quick enough.
I was going to have my other marshmallow, but I ran out of time. I'm sure you don't want to see me wrangling that on the telly. You know what I mean?
I think next time I'm going to put the break on loop till I finish eating.
God, we'll be here all night. Permanent break.
Oh, right.
Right, back to it.
Yes. So what was I talking about before? Who are you and where am I?
That's the one.
Who
am I and what's my name?
So, yeah, so quickly, deja vu and Mandela effect. I've said this before. Do you think that they're like related? Not related, like cousins, but I mean like there's a connection. Because deja vu, when you've done it before, it's like, because I've had it where I've had a full conversation with someone and I know what they're going to say before they even say it.
Yeah.
But then with the Mandela effect, is that because there's been a time shift or a dimensional shift and you're remembering what it used to be, or is deja vu previous life?
I don't know. I've had deja vu. I once dreamt that I saw a street and there were no cars on this street and everything. And then when I got coming into Grimsby on the train, that street was there, and I told my mum about it, and I went, "That's the street I dreamt about," and she knew from my description of what I dreamt about that was the street down to the red door.
I've had that. I've dreamt this street, and it's like in the dream I'm watching it like third person view.
Right, yeah.
So I can see myself rather than me being me, rather than being first person. And sorry, Joe's just put something up about
Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah, that's the one with the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know about that. Don't know all details, but yeah, that's where there's arms in solid metal blocks and all. You said you weren't going to do that, you bad woman. Yeah, so I'd like this street and these houses and that, and then it could be months, maybe even years have driven past. But I'm waiting for, there's a house, I used to dream about it all the time. You go in the house, you go upstairs, like a little room, and you go in, it's like a massive changing room with loads of mirrors and what have you. Very strange. And I just keep having, that's pretty much it. I just go in the house, there's a few of us, and then I end up going upstairs into this room. There's all changing rooms. I only go up to use the toilet. It's a really old house, an old garden, and not all the windows will lock. And don't know. I've not dreamt that. I'll probably dream it again tonight.
Yeah. I have very vivid dreams. I won't say I have recurring dreams, but I have really vivid dreams and dreams that stay with me for like 4 or 5 days.
Really?
Because they've been so vivid. The last one was that really weird UFO one that I had where I was stood in my old work.
Yeah, because when you were telling me, I'm like, did you say that was a dream or did it really happen?
It felt like it really happened.
The detail that you went into.
Yeah.
It was just...
I even did a pencil drawing of, I'm going to put it in the book, I did a pencil drawing of the
Oh, yeah, you sent it me.
UFO.
I'm going to say it's better than your Green Man. No, it's not better than your Green Man.
It was a little bit better than the Green Man, but yeah, it was just like something that looked that heavy and metallic should not have been able to be up in the air with no engine or anything, and there was just police cars all over. They never actually came to us, but they were in the streets surrounding us, like going past with the lights flashing and the sirens going.
Right.
And me and this person were just stood looking at this thing in the dark, just weird. But that stayed with me for days. Very strange. Anyway.
Yes.
Yes, Blue, you're right.
What?
Blue's right.
Is it?
I have had so many lately.
Oh, my...
It's untrue.
Well, twice with Sean Chowden.
Yeah,
We
children.
dressed the same.
Yeah.
And not only do we look alike, I swear to God, the second time he told me to put my cap on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Before we went live.
Yeah.
And my caps are on a hook behind me. I've got about 4 or 5 of them. So
it's got a special cap stand.
They're at the side of me now. But I just grabbed the first one and put it on, and it's grey Nike. So
Very weird.
It's very strange. But even just like stuff in work and going to the shop, it's strange. Beck went to, she won't mind me telling, aqua aerobics last night. So I was sat doing something on the computer because she went with a mate straight from work. So I said, right, well, let me know when you're coming out. I'll come pick you up. It's like just like the other side of town. And I picked my phone up and just started typing, is it worth me? I was going, right, is it worth me setting off now? I wrote, is it worth me? And then she wrote, we're out now, you can come and get us. I had no idea what time they were finishing. All I knew that she was finishing work at 6:30.
Yep.
And I didn't know how long it'd take to get there, what time it started, anything like that.
No.
And
I had a thing couple of months ago. My mate Paul's just come into the chat. Yeah. We were talking about something and he went, oh God, what's that actress in it? And just as he was saying that, I was typing Drew Barrymore. And I was right.
Really?
But that happens an awful lot. Synchronicity. It's just like, I think it is ramping up. I think Blue's right, it's ramping up.
Oh, yeah. I think it's more to the person as well.
Yeah.
Because I know I do it quite a lot on a day. Well, I suppose it is a daily basis. I've got to do something, I'll forget, and then something happens for me to then do that. I was like, I forgot I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Something, I can't, that's the best way I can explain it. Something will happen for me then to go and do what I was going to do that I forgot about doing. Sounds stupid, but I can't give you an example.
Yeah. I've had the 11-11, 12-12, 13. I've had that loads lately.
I got that
every time I look at the clock, it's the double figures.
Yeah.
I can not look at the clock all day long, but as soon as I look at it, it's double figures.
Yeah. But I'll have say I'm on the phone, so I'll be in the van, so I've got the odometer, the speed, the time, the arrival time on the sat-nav, how long I've been on the phone to whoever I'm talking to, and then the digits on the radio and all that.
Sorry.
You all right?
I'll kill him.
Who, Paul?
Yeah. Have you watched that video yet? Or listened to the video I sent you?
No. No, I'll do it tomorrow morning.
You'll know what he's on about.
Oh, is that Paul from New Zealand?
Yes.
Hello, Paul from New Zealand. Nice to see your name.
I've eaten it now. I need a baby wipe. I'm all sticky. It was going to bring up the subject of spider mozzies.
Okay. Shall I go now?
Yeah. No, just... It's convinced me that this thing's called spider mozzies and that's what bit me knee and that's where my fuzz rolled up.
Ah, right. Probably was, you know.
No, it wasn't. There isn't such a thing as spider mozzies.
Oh, why don't you tell people about the light that you see when you're reading your Kindle in your peripheral vision?
Yeah. Oh, the fireworks that are going off at 9:15 at night.
Oh, Gaz tap dancing upstairs,
Oh, yeah.
teaching Bob how to do the cha-cha-cha.
Well, Bob's cha-cha-cha with the back of his eyelids on the sofa. Every night for the last about a year and a half, when I read my Kindle, there's a ring of lights above me, and it's like LED lights. Sometimes they're bright and sometimes they're dim. But if
So
I
it's
look at them,
like, I'll see if I don't know if I can get a reflection. I'm trying to do like the ring light. Can you guys see it?
like mine, yeah. Yeah.
There,
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like a ring light. You can't see my door tonight either.
So
Yeah,
it's like that, isn't it?
it's like that, but it's on its.
Yeah, it's horizontal, not vertical.
But it's like lots of little lights rather than one solid
One
light.
solid one.
And like I say, sometimes it's dim, sometimes it's bright. And the first time I'd noticed that it wasn't there, I suddenly realised it was at the side of me.
Yeah.
Just like sort of a foot and a half away from me, but like kind of half above and half off the bed.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's weird that it's at the side. And I'd convinced myself it was something to do with my eyes and the Kindle, even though I have the nightshade on the Kindle so it doesn't affect your eyes.
Yeah, you have the blue light filter thing.
Yeah. And I thought it's some anomaly with my eyes. Anyway, the night that it appeared at the side of me, I had my arm out of bed and I started getting cold. So I thought, I'm going to put my arm under the quilt. So as I pulled the cover up, I blocked it out and I thought, that's not my eyes if I can block that out.
No.
So it's gone back to being above me. Some nights it doesn't appear at all. Just lately it's sort of hit and miss.
Yeah.
Rick asked me if it ever appeared when Gaz was awake and I said no. But the other week we'd actually gone to bed at the same time and I said to him, look up above me and see if you can see anything. He said he couldn't. So I said, well, don't look directly at it. Look sort of towards the curtains. And he still couldn't see anything.
Don't see it.
Then he turned over to
don't guys wear glasses though?
Yeah, but they're not in bed.
I don't know. Well, I know he won't wear them to sleep, but if he was still in bed and sat up...
No.
Right.
He was going to sleep. I was reading.
Yeah.
So he couldn't see it. He didn't know what I was talking about. He turned over and they went bright and then went dim again. And I was just about to say, did you see that?
Yeah.
And he was snoring. It's like they have this effect where they put him to sleep. Or he's got to be asleep for me to be able to see this. But I know it's whatever it is, he's there because, like I say, if that had been my eyes, I wouldn't have been able to block that out.
No.
I never moved my Kindle. It was in the same
You've
position.
done that, so you're still seeing it.
I've done all that.
It's like when you push there and you get that little black dot in the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, yeah. I had to try that out.
It's true. Yeah. Do you see what put up what Rick was saying? I've took it down now.
No, sorry, I was busy talking. I wasn't looking. What was it? What did Rick say?
Where have you gone, Rick? I'll probably stop now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Right. It's going to jump onto that one nickname you said. Have you done any dowsing recently? No, but we are going to be doing some when we go to Kingsthorpe next week.
Yes.
It's going to be a mix of everything.
In the middle of the night.
Khaki, my lord.
Well, I'm going to have an Anna. I'm not saying that like I never have one. I'm going to have an Anna that. So that I'm up. What time are we going? Well, you going?
I'm getting there for about 11:45.
Right.
Get everything set up before I set off. Get there, then going. I've set it to go live at 10 to midnight, but it's going to be nearer midnight, and it's going to be midnight till 3.
Are you doing it via StreamYard or via Facebook?
Well, so StreamYard or YouTube? Do you want to be on it?
Yeah, I can do. I'm going to be up anyway.
Right, well, I'll do it on StreamYard then.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll fall asleep if I'm just sat watching.
Oh.
Not that it's not interesting or anything. It's just, like, strange.
What strangeness freaks you out?
EVP.
No, that doesn't bother me.
That freaks me out. Something rotten.
I like
Electronic voice phenomenon freaks me out.
that. I love it. I've just never had any.
It's just that growling. Ugh. There's
I've had
always
it on the
growling.
apps that you get on your phone, but they must be preloaded with random words, and they just
Possibly.
pop up. That's yeah. I don't. I've got a couple of the apps, the SLS Ghost.
Yeah, I've got that one.
But never really used them.
And I don't leave anything running at night just in case I wake up and there's things talking to me in the middle of the night.
Right. This freaks me out. So that I suppose in motoring. So where I'm sat here, I've got my unit there. That unit that used to be behind me.
Yeah.
Then there's a door going out the bedroom, and then on that there's a little wall that comes out because you got the airing cover with the boiler and all that in it. We've put a mirror on that wall. It just fits. Nice. So when I getting ready in the morning, I can use that mirror without having to go on Becky's side of the room.
We always thought you got dressed without using a mirror.
Usually with my eyes shut. She's got a mirror between the two wardrobes over there. So if I go, I'll end up waking her up. So I thought I'll do it near the door, then go out. I can't look in that mirror if I need to go to the bathroom at night. So
Right.
it's like, yeah, not. It's like now I'm looking at it and it's like it creeps me out. Mirrors in the dark, don't like them. But we've got
one in the bathroom.
We've got a big full length one that swings vertically in like a big wicker frame.
Yeah.
It's the only place it fits is next to the bath, right opposite the toilet. I know there's nowhere else. It's the legs on it are massive, like elephant legs. Honestly, I have to throw a towel over it. If I go in the bathroom at night, I can't. I throw a towel over it so I can't see any reflections.
Yeah.
But only at night, not during the day.
When I stand up and flush the loo, if I look in the bathroom one, it reflects the top of the stairs. So like I always think that somebody's just going to appear at the top of the stairs.
There's only our bedroom and Harrison's bedroom that are opposite the stairs.
Right.
The lids is like at the end that side, and then the bathroom's at the front there.
Right.
So there's only our. Now that's the thing. Come out of our bedroom, you see we've got stairs that go. They're not, so they go up. You turn and come back on yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you come out of our bedroom now, you see straight downstairs. I know one day I'm going to look down there and see something, and I'm going to. Don't know what I'm going to do.
You're going to crap yourself, Andy.
Yeah, so, but yeah, mirrors at night. Because that's another thing. I believe they're a gateway to something else, another world.
Yeah.
There's so many stories and things happen with mirrors. Like the one, like Josh Turner on Paranormal Roundtable, who said he used to live in that house and he'd always see stuff. He had a mirror in one of the rooms. There's like 3 or 4 of it. It's his house or something. There's 3 or 4 of them that used to rent it off him, his brother, and all that.
Right.
And they'd see stuff, and there's a reflection of his doppelganger or something in it, and they'd see like black shadows and all that. It's one of the first lot of podcasts that he started doing.
Yeah.
And it's like I couldn't no. But they tell you to turn it round, don't they? So you see the back of it.
Yeah.
That way nothing, leave it where it is, but nothing can get out of it.
Get through. Yeah.
Oh yeah, mirrors.
No, they don't bother me so much.
Right. 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah?
Yeah.
Go to the biggest mirror you've got, stare into it for 2 minutes without blinking.
Have you ever tried to not blink for 2 minutes?
I've never tried staring in a mirror. It's stupid.
Yeah, I don't try. Besides which, if I get up at that time, I'll be coming down here to find some more marshmallows.
Yeah, but just look in the mirror. I mean, I've done it, and
I've done it. It's like everything starts changing around you.
Everything starts moving behind. Yeah, it's like goes all trippy. Did it once and never been able to do it again. That really freaked me out.
Yeah. Next question then.
Go on. From my Mad
Ta,
cousin.
Andy.
All right, Andy.
All right, Andy. Nice to see you.
Snitchy pants, but that's another story. He knows what I mean. We had a conversation today. Right, go on. You first, Deb.
Hi, you two ladies. What's you as well, Andy? What are your beliefs on past lives and reincarnation? If you believe in the latter, what would you like to come back as and why? I do believe in past lives. Very much. And I do believe in reincarnation, which obviously you have to be reincarnated to have a past life.
Well, no. Yeah and no.
All right. Do you know something we don't know then?
Obviously. That's why I drive a van for a living.
Yeah. Swear all day long.
I believe in past life. I believe in not so much past lives, but old souls.
Yeah.
I believe in that. Reincarnation, not 100% convinced. Because I think if reincarnation was a thing, I don't think you'd come back as something different.
No,
So
I don't think. No, you won't do that. You come back as what you were.
If you're human,
you come back
and
as
your
human.
your soul is human, then you come back as another human.
Yeah.
If you are, say, I don't know, a dog or a lion or whatever, you could possibly come back as a different type of animal.
Yeah.
But I don't really get reincarnation, to be honest. I understand it, but
have you not heard of that little Indian boy?
Very feasible.
Where he said he'd been shot in his previous life, and it was where his birthmark was.
Well, I was just about to say, they reckon birthmarks are the cause of death in your previous life.
I used to have one. I don't have one now.
But then we spoke about this before, though. So you have so many, excuse the pun, shots at living on Earth.
Yeah.
Before
7 cycles.
Yes, I was going to say, is it 7? Before
7
you start moving across the astral plane.
Yeah.
And all the different realms and that, until you get to the point of where you naturally belong.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say reincarnation as a thing.
Right.
I don't know. So I'm trying to word it. Because reincarnation is not just a past life, is it? Reincarnation actually means you come back, but you come back as something totally different.
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
So I don't believe in reincarnation like that. I believe that you do come back and you have the 7 cycle, and then you move on to whatever it is that you're meant to be doing. So
yeah,
that's it. That's my thing on it.
Anyway.
Sorry. Umbra only works with a Manc accent.
Yeah. Manchester.
I think my accent's going. I think.
No, it ain't, because you haven't got a Northampton accent.
No, nobody has.
No, it's all a bit of a mixture in it down there.
Northampton, yeah, because you've got Leicester just to the north.
Yeah.
Then you've got Bedford, like southeast. Then you've got Oxford to the west. So you're surrounded by like loads of different accents. Anyway,
yeah,
it's just a bit of a mix in everything.
Basically, Northampton's the dumping ground for all the other outer areas.
No, it's Milton Keynes.
They built that specially.
I know. For dumping the bodies.
Yeah.
No. Oh, Joe's put no, reincarnation is your reborn. I thought it was you are reborn, but you are different to what you was.
Sorry, my light's going again.
Before.
I'm going to be plunged into darkness in a minute.
It's fine.
It's dodgy.
Well, you are in Leeds.
Cheeky.
Can't get
right.
Than that.
Question from our Joe. What do you think cryptids are hybrids?
Some are, some aren't. Next.
Well, that answered that question. Thanks for your question, Joe. A lot of thought went into the answer there.
Oh, sorry, Joe. Go on.
I don't know, really. I haven't even thought about that. Stop asking me things I haven't thought about.
I think some are, whether it's government, I can't say that word, whether it's
The powers that
people,
be.
powers that are supposedly bigger and better than us,
Yeah.
whether they're doing gene splicing and all that kind of stuff, things have got out and
Genetic engineering.
yeah, like they had genetically modified fruit and veg. Why
Yeah.
can't you have genetically modified animals?
Or people.
Yeah, or a mix of the both.
I won't eat anything that's been like meat. All this genetically modified meat and stuff. No. No.
But I think like these hyenas, these giant hyenas, I don't think they're hybrids.
Right.
I think they're like because they was around years ago, and I think they just everyone they was told that it was extinct because they hadn't been seen, and
Right,
then
yeah.
there's a few of them left in the wild, and because no one knew about them, they've been left alone to do their own thing. So they've bred, and obviously the population's expanded. Same with the gorillas, and is it silverback? There's another one, the orangutan. They was endangered at one point, and now they're thriving. The orangutans is it near Argentina, South America, around that area?
I think so.
It's down there, Uruguay, Paraguay.
Yeah, but could that be just due to like what do they call it, programs? Conservation.
Well, yeah, could be. But then, if they're being left alone, what stopped in these other animals thinking, "Oh, there's no humans going in there. There's no interaction. Why don't we go there where it's safer?" Because animals,
do animals think like
oh,
that?
they're not going to think. Not going to. Right. Just write this down so I don't forget. Oh no, I can't. I've not got a pen or thumb.
I can't get my fingers to work.
But they're going to move to an area that's safer for them.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not going to think what I just said, but along
Well, they might put in pictures.
So
Pictures, that's what cats are supposed to see in.
Crayon drawings.
Or Sharpie drawings.
Yeah, so I think that if he's what's that?
Orangutans are in Asia.
Are they? Oh well, it must have been a podcast where they've been seen in South America.
All right.
Excuse me. I'm sure it was Argentina.
Be sure that was some sort of little program you watched in Andyland.
Oh, because I can't remember what podcast it was, and I was interviewing this guy, this not scientist, but he was like a zoologist, and he was going around all different places around like the south of the equator, and he'd gone to somewhere in South America, and there's like an orangutan there that shouldn't have been there.
Right. On its own?
Well,
not going to be many more of them then, is there, if it's just that one?
Well, I don't know. It said there was one that was just like staring at him. Then it stood up on its feet, obviously, like pushed itself up, carried on staring, then just walked off into the trees. Didn't see it again.
Strange.
So, but yeah, with that, like saying the giant hyenas and all that, I just think that they was like a lost species that have managed to repopulate.
Right. Yeah.
Like that magic rabbit. I put that. Did you see it? No. For God's sake, Deborah. And it's a rabbit. It's about 2-3 foot. It looks like it's a stuffed toy. And they thought it was extinct. They've not been seen for over 20 years. And then someone took a clear as day photograph of it in this mountain range.
And it's like 3 foot high.
Well, don't know. That big. How big's that?
I don't know.
Right, the bigger than normal rabbit. It's I don't know. Looks like it's crossed between a rabbit and a small bear. But I'm sure they're called magic rabbits.
I'll get one of them.
I did not name these animals. I put a post up on the group. It was months ago now. It'd be last year.
I probably did see it.
But then these like the Tasmanian Devil and all this other stuff that they thought weren't around anymore, and they're all coming back. So I think it's more. A lot of it is more that. I'm not even looking at the comments. I thought it was more. It's more that than hybrid. I think dogmen. There are types of dogmen that are hybrid, but then I also think some of them are natural, but they've interacted with other species.
Yeah.
We'll move on from that.
I need a massive old Jimmy garden now.
Starsky.
Oh no, I might actually get it in spare bedroom.
Starsky.
Yeah. I'd be able to live in spare bedroom. It'd be like having a toddler. Well, something a bit bigger than a toddler, but anyway.
I'm sure on its back legs. I'm sure it said it's about 2.5 to 3 foot. I might be wrong. I don't know.
Mind you, some of them big, rabbits can get to that size.
Well, when I was on the phone to you a couple of months ago, and them two hares ran across.
They're massive. Yeah.
I could have climbed on its back and gone home on it.
You could.
I didn't realise a hare is that big.
Yeah,
Not like little rabbits, and I've had pet rabbits and what have you.
Yeah.
And it was up to, I'd say, if I was stood next to it, is on 4 legs.
Halfway up your shin, nearly to your knee.
Below my knee, yeah. I think if it stood on its back legs without its ears, it would be just below my waist.
Yeah.
Keep it clean. Deborah, don't encourage them.
Help it!
So, some are, some aren't. Some are natural, some are genetically modified. Yeah?
Yeah. I'm with that ish.
Good. What got you all into the strange and the unknown? Arthur C. Clarke. He come knocking on my door on Sunday night.
I used to love Arthur C. Clarke.
This telly.
Yeah.
Black and white. Don't let that bother you.
No. 3 channels.
Yes. I was the remote control.
Yeah. I think for me it was just like the experiences I'd had as a kid. Yeah. And it just kind of followed on from that.
Ooh, can I show you?
I don't know.
Very first. Oh, where is it? So this is the very first. Oh, I'm gonna have to move it.
All right.
Oh, where's it gone?
I have no idea because I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, give me 1 minute. I have a picture of one of the first things that I seen.
Right.
Why
can I hear water running? Or is that your fan?
It's my fan.
Sounds like bubbling.
I hope I'm not in water because I'll be getting electrocuted anymore.
Yeah.
Right, sorry, I'm just looking for this picture. Now, I thought...
That's it, Dobby. Lop-eared lionhead. Oh, my mate.
Oh, that's what I had. Oh, my God. I had one of them. Try picking that up.
Yeah, they're massive. Normal rabbits are just like really light.
This, I'd say... It was about, I'd say 3.5, 4 foot long from head to tail.
Yeah.
And this was only bought it when it was 6 months old because we got 2. Got that one and a normal rabbit.
Yes.
And it just grew and grew. It was about, I don't know. Someone showed me a picture of a dog. Come on, Joe. You've got dog picture.
I'm going to show you a picture of a dog in the chat.
Don't know. She'll find a way.
She'll be typing all these symbols now.
Right, I can't find. You know what? It might be on my phone.
Oh, God.
But
God help us.
week.
Honestly.
Right. Shush. You think I'd done this before, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you think so.
Right. It's not in that one. Not in that one.
I'm not sure how our Bob would take to a rabbit, to be honest. He'd probably leave home.
No, I can't find it. Right, Joe sent a photo. Yeah, right, she sent me a picture of a staff here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Down a bit, down a bit, down a bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say it's bigger than them. It was wide. This rabbit, these lion head.
Lop-eared.
It was massive. That's a rehome it. It was too big. It wouldn't fit in the hutch. But you know, the hutch was 5 foot long by. It was about 5 foot long, 2 foot high, and 2 foot deep, and it couldn't even turn round in it. It was that big.
Wow.
It was at the point where it was just the garden was fenced off, like 8-foot fence all the way around, but it couldn't go in the cage, the hutch. It was too big.
Sounded like it'd have been able to unlock back gate and just walk out.
Yeah, take the hutch with it.
I'm off rabbiting.
Yeah, I can't find that photo.
Oh well, don't matter.
No, I'll find it for next time.
Right, next question is...
Teacup rabbits are as big as a teacup.
They're very tiny.
I wanted a teacup pig.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah.
Is there any cryptid Andy hasn't nearly seen, therefore has only nearly seen?
Don't
ever laugh.
Let me think.
Don't let him. No, please don't have him thinking.
No.
I'm going to swing for you as well, Umbra.
No, I've got nothing.
My mum nearly once met Ronald McDonald in Grimsby, but that's just another story.
What? That's not even a thing.
I know it. But he turned up to open the first branch of McDonald's in Grimsby, you see, and she was there. Yeah. But anyway, she nearly met him.
Ooh.
Right, now, Nickname is asking, do you think people can actually contact the dead? In some circumstances, yes. In other circumstances, I think they're tricked.
Yes.
And I think they're tricked. I've had success using a Ouija board. I wouldn't use one now, but I have in the past. And we've had success at moving spirit on.
Yeah, I'd say it was that big. It grew to that size.
That's a rather large rabbit.
It was, that colour. But its ears were a lot bigger. Sorry, Georgia sent me a picture of it.
Right.
It was like carrying a kid.
Yeah.
And probably twice as heavy.
A small furry toddler.
And I hope it wasn't going to turn around and chew your head off.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I always think that about toddlers anyway.
Oh, rabbits. Right.
Yeah, I think people, like I said, I wouldn't use a Ouija board now. I got rid of mine anyway. But people can be tricked if they don't know what they're doing. And they're not actually talking to who they think they're talking to.
See, I was tempted. Me and my mate made one out of cardboard once, and we started doing it. He asked a question, and we both got really scared. We was only like 13, 14.
Right.
And we just ripped it up and ran out my house and went round to his instead.
You should have done it to start with.
Eh? Yeah.
So you should have done it there. It is to start with.
Well, there is that. But I want to own a Ouija board, but I'd never use it. Would it be safe to have one in the house?
If it had been cleansed and everything, yeah.
If you put it on the wall. Oh, it's from Amazon. Probably returned 5 times.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Don't want this anymore, it's bad luck.
Dry blood on it.
No.
I think you can only contact the dead is if that person wants to be contacted.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well.
I think that's the main process to that. I'm not saying it is, but why wouldn't it be? But it's just something I never wanted to do.
What, contact the dead?
No, Ouija board.
All right.
See, I'd still use the me pendulum.
My biggest test with the Ouija board was there were 4 of us. 2 of them had the fingers on the glass. I sat back and asked the questions, and the other one was writing down what was said.
Yeah.
And I was asking. My mum said that she'd come through.
Yeah.
I wanted to test her, so I wasn't asking questions out loud. I was asking them in my head, and she was spelling out the answers.
Right.
So I kind of knew from that, because there's no way anybody would know the stuff that I was asking her. No way at all. And they never heard me ask her either. So that glass was controlled by somebody.
See, we've done it with glass on a table.
Yeah.
I've told this story before. And there's either 3 or 4 of us.
Sneeze.
And we had, sorry, I thought I had a glass, but I'm not. So, just like a little tumbler glass, and we're all touching it like with the tippy finger. And I wasn't convinced that something else was moving it. So I said to the other people, can you turn your hand over so your fingernail is touching the glass? So if you try and move it, it's just going to slide off. And we carried on asking the questions, and it was still, we had, I think it was left for yes, right for no, and stay in the middle for don't know. And it was still moving, even though none of us were pushing it. Don't know if it was just our energy that was making it move, or if there was actually something there. Couldn't tell you. I think Deborah has been abducted now. So, have you ever seen anyone you thought was out of place? Yes. Oh my God, yes, I have.
Yes, you did.
Twice.
Yeah.
Shall I tell the story? I was going to save it for Ronald, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were, yeah.
But just never got round to telling him. This was about... So I lived down here 14 years. It was when I lived in Milton Keynes. It was in the shopping area. It was... So what are we now? 22. So I'd say this is around 2014. 2013. Say 2014. And so Milton Keynes Shopping Centre, you got one row of shops down one side. Then you've got like the gap in the middle. Then you've got another row of shops. Then you've got a gap, like big gaps, so where the shops touch back to back. Then you've got the same on the... At one point, it was the biggest single level shopping centre in Europe.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Cliff Richard did his video outside John Lewis, Wired for Sound.
Superb.
Just so you know. So, yeah, anyway. So, we was going getting a McDonald's, and we stood outside, and I can't remember who I was with. There's like 3 or 4 of us, and we was deciding, like, was we getting McDonald's, or we was going to go somewhere else, and if I was, what we was going to get. It was before they had the touch screen for ordering, so where you had to queue up. So I think we was waiting for the queue to go down. So there's a couple of metal benches outside, and loads of people there. And it's like any shopping centre where they have the bits in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, where they have a little store where they always have. Yeah. So there's one there.
Phone covers and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Well, this one, the one right outside McDonald's, is the same 2 guys every time I went past it, the same 2 that was doing Sky. They'd always stop me and went, I've already got it.
Yeah.
we did actually have Sky, nothing to do with it. And so when I'm stood there, McDonald's is on my right, there's a bank on my left. You go straight forward, you've got like a outside bit where they have like they do food in there, and like little food stalls, and you can sit outside, and they change it all the time. Anyway, that's not to do with it. So stood, McDonald's on my right, bank on the left, this garden thing through the glass in the middle. And do you know when you just feel like there's something not right?
Yeah.
You get that strange feeling. I looked to my right, so I'm looking at the edge between McDonald's and where the Sky stall is, and there's two blokes. It's weird. There's loads of people about, but I just noticed these particular three people. There's two blokes, and they look like the hairy bikers.
Right.
But big black beard, blonde dark hair, glasses, and they were stood with this woman. This woman was completely out of place. She was about 6.5 foot tall, the bluest ice blue eyes I've ever seen. Her hair was bright white.
Like a Nordic.
Yeah, you could tell it wasn't cool. And her skin was like where we have a pink tone to ours, it was like
White.
I don't know, like a silvery white. But she didn't look. She just stood out.
Was she interacting with the other two?
Yeah, she was. So you had the two guys, and she kind of stood in the middle, and there's another couple of people. I don't know if these other people were there, but she was definitely with the hairy bikers.
Right.
Yeah, and there wasn't in the McDonald's. There wasn't at the Sky. There's just stood in between. There's a couple of benches that go round, like where the plants are, and you have benches that go right round, like on a full thing. And they was kind of like stood there just chatting. So whether they'd just met up or whatever, and I just completely zoned out from everything else that was going on, and I just stood staring. And I just thought, she's not human. And she was just, it was weird. Oh, you can't see it, can you? I've got blue lights behind the computer, and it's that icy blue glow to it. That's what her eyes were.
Right.
But it was the tone of her skin and just the height of her. It's like she wasn't human, and it just stood out and was, just there.
So was she not doing anything like talking, or was she just stood there?
You could see facial expressions, couldn't hear, because there's that many people about. It was a Saturday afternoon, middle of summer. There's that many people about. You could hear everything going on at once. I'm like, it didn't. She was in the wrong place. It wasn't the right environment.
Yeah.
So I turned away to see if he was going to McDonald's, and when I turned back, she wasn't there. She would have either had to be walking that way, where I would have seen the back of him, walk past us to go out, because that was the entrance to get in and out the shopping centre, or walk across to where the past the bank and that way. So where we stood, we could see all three, or even going outside into the food area. So in all four directions, I would have seen it. It was only a couple of seconds that I turned away.
Right.
And then just wasn't there. And didn't make eye contact with, none of them made eye contact with me.
Yeah.
But that I was removed from everything that was going on around me. And I was constant because it's like, it's just so out of place.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, can't remember the clothing. I can't even, I'd be guessing.
Silver space suit.
Yeah. But no, I wish it was. But no, nothing. It was just, she was taller than everybody else in there. She must have been at least 6.5 foot. Easy.
Yeah, you see that in itself. You don't. I know women are taller these days, but you don't. I always think it's
this was
right. Anybody taller than me because I'm tall.
Yeah, Oh no, you look like Oompa Loompa.
Cheers.
But
Couldn't have thought of anybody better than that.
She didn't look angry. She was like laughing and like joking and what have you. You could tell like the way she was smiling and that.
Yeah.
The way people smile with their eyes and so on and so on.
Yeah.
It was like that. So there's no bad vibes or anything, but there's no eye contact made or didn't even look in my direction. So I'm guessing it was the two guys and the woman, possibly somebody else, maybe another two people. I don't know. And just shouldn't have been there.
Mm. Well, it was like that girl that I saw on the way back from the BBR meet.
In the mouth.
Just driving towards her, and I thought, my God, her legs are like emulsion. They were so white.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, when we drew level with her, it was just like the bottom half of her face was a mouth.
Well, can you see how these ring lights glowing off your face? See that the whitest bit?
Yeah.
That's what colour the skin was. And the hair was even whiter than that.
Weird.
And then add ice blue eyes in the mix.
Sounds like a Nordic to me.
It's like the skin was ironed.
Yeah.
No blemish, nothing. Just like, when you put a wrap on a car or something like that. It was like that.
Smooth.
Yeah. Very strange. But no interaction from him.
No.
Whether they wanted me to see him or whatever, I don't know. Someone did in the chat, did they think they wanted me to see him? But I think if they would have done, they'd have
been looking at you.
Yeah. There'd have been some kind of interaction, but there was nothing.
I think it was whatever we saw, because Carol didn't see the girl.
No, she seen something else, didn't she?
She saw like a black shape and a white flash.
Yeah.
So it's just bizarre. Totally bizarre.
Yeah, not albino, because a guy used to score my skills as albino.
Yeah.
Technically, an albino is a black person that's not got the pigment.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that. This was like, they look, like you said, Nordic.
Yeah.
Like in Lord of the Rings, the Elvins, or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Is it Orlando Bloom plays one?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was more like that. It was very, very weird. But nothing happened after that.
Did they disappear, or did you disappear? Or?
No, well, I looked away to see if people who were with had gone in McDonald's and they still stood there arguing about what they're having to eat. I looked back up and was like, oh, they've gone.
Mm-hmm.
So in that 2-3 seconds, just wasn't there. And I'm sure I'd see someone who stood out above everyone else walking off in a direction.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Very strange. Well, that brings us nicely to our conclusion.
Oh, should we do
2
another
hours
hour?
already.
Should we do another hour?
No, let's not do another hour, thank you.
Go on. You know you want to.
I'm dying here. I'm not bloody sneezing, I'm too hot.
Oh.
And where's that thunderstorm we were supposed to be having and all?
No, I'm good.
Oh, it'd just cool things down, that'd be nice.
Yes.
But anyway.
Climb inside your freezer.
Hey?
Climb inside your freezer.
I've got 3 freezers to choose from, actually, yeah.
There you go. One for you, one for Gaz, and one for Bob.
Bob's cool anyway.
Yeah. Yes,
Right,
thank you,
Joe. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for the questions. Sorry it wasn't what you all expected.
But these things happen. And he is coming on the 13th of July. And next week, we've got Long Strickler.
Yes.
I'm going to change my name.
No. Wait. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The next day.
I have no idea.
Oh, sorry.
There are words, but I shall not use them in front of other people.
No. Who's on next week, Deb?
Lon Strickler.
Who else is on next week?
We've got somebody else, probably, I've no idea.
So
See the name under my face.
We've got 2 next week. Technically, we've got 3. So we're on Wednesday. We have Michaela Ford and Michael Koff.
Yes.
Doing a double act. I think they're doing, is it Morecambe and Wise or something? I can't remember.
No, one's on the violin and one's on the harp.
That's it. And then we have Lon on Friday. We've got 3 next week. And then we've got the Midnight Investigation on Saturday.
Yes. We have, which I shall be here for. Please
don't let us down, because there's a lot of work that's gone into this, as you can see. A lot of eye rolling has gone into this. So thank you everyone for sticking with it tonight and joining in and having a bit of a laugh with us. Thank you for the questions. A lot of them questions have not been asked before.
Yeah, they have, Thanks for thinking them up.
Thank you.
Putting me on the spot.
Yes. Still doesn't know who's on next week, but...
Yes, I did. Bish.
Yeah, who's on next week? Yes, I did.
Ish.
Yeah. Even with it wrote down.
Yeah.
Even with Joe texting you the answer.
I know, but she put Earl in really small letters and I didn't see him in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, you are funny.
Anyway.
Yeah, so massive thank you to everyone. See you on Wednesday, Friday and Saturday.
You will.
And probably never to be seen again after that, because you're sick of us.
And don't forget, don't be afraid.
Yeah, who's that in your window?
I don't know.
When your door opens, there's 2 eyes and a mouth.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is it my what is it?
It's like the what's that game? They put some Crash Bandicoot. They put that mask on.
I love Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
it's probably him.
That's what it looks like. Right. Anyway, so yeah, see you all on
Wednesday.
At what time?
8 p.m.
Thank you. It's all right. I'm just looking for the video. Right. Cheers, everyone. And see you next 4 days.
Take care.
Adios.
Amigos.
Amigos where? All right, I'm going now.
Yeah, thank you.
See you later.